WXGB Xposure Radio. Exposing what we're learning to the world.
In a previous segment, we spoke with Dr. Olivia J. Hooker about Tulsa, Oklahoma's Greenwood neighborhood, also known as Black Wall Street, an affluent African-American neighborhood that was destroyed by members of the KKK.
Dr. Hooker, a survivor of the attack on Black Wall Street, was only 6 years old when her father's store was burnt to the ground.
Years later, she went on to attend Ohio State University, Columbia University, and the University of Rochester, where she earned her bachelor's, master's, and PhD, respectively. Along the way, she became the first African-American female to enlist in the United States Coast Guard.
Despite the many obstacles that were put in her path, Dr. Olivia J. Hooker managed to become a success story. Today, we are going to continue talking with her as she tells us about
breaking down barriers. You grew up in a time where schools were segregated and African American children didn't have as many opportunities like us nowadays. What words of wisdom do you have for African American children, especially like girls, about education, breaking down barriers, and leaving a lasting legacy?
Well, I thought anything you do to encourage your child to reach higher is a blessing. I mean, maybe they don't listen the first time you suggest that you could be more, but if you keep letting them know there's no limit to your mind that is connected with your skin, you have many possibilities. And it's true, some things could be very hard, but there's a way to approach those things.
Following the obliteration of their home, business, and community during the attack on Black Wall Street, Olivia J. Hooker's family moved to Columbus, Ohio. Despite the adversity of these early experiences, she completed her undergraduate degree at Ohio State University during the Depression. Following graduation, she became the first Black woman of the United States Coast Guard. Earlier, she had applied to Waves of the U.S. Navy, only to be rejected due to her ethnicity. Refusing to let that discourage her, she applied to the Coast Guard, was accepted in 1945, and served until her unit disbanded in mid-1946.
She went on to earn a master's degree from Teachers College, Columbia University, and interned in a prison for women where she worked with women with developmental disabilities. She began her doctoral studies in psychology at the University of Rochester. During her PhD, Hooker worked alongside eminent psychologist Emory Cohen. She describes herself as not being a typical student. In cohort of 13 students, she was the only woman, the only African American, and the oldest. Her research focused on the learning abilities of children with Down syndrome, and her subsequent career focused on children with developmental disabilities more generally. She worked as a professor of psychology at Fordham University until 1985. Until 2002, she was a psychologist at the Fred Keller School, a behavior analytic preschool and early intervention program for children with and without disabilities.
Throughout her later life, Hooker has been actively involved in raising the American conscience about the Tulsa race riot. She has participated in the creation of the documentary Before They Died, which seeks reparations for riot survivors from the American government. She has also testified on Capitol Hill and unsuccessful hearings organized by the Congressional Black Caucus on restitution for Greenwood residents.
As a survivor of the Tulsa Race Riot of 1921, Dr. Hooker learned at an early age to turn adversity into opportunity and to use her many gifts and talents in service to others. Throughout her life, Dr. Olivia J. Hooker has served the cause of social justice and done so with grace and humility.
You learn something by every mistake because you try to think, how could I keep this from happening again? And that way you perfect your own character, which is really a blessing.